Yes.
Oh, thank you. Well, question for both of you. Do you think it's a deserved victory for France?
Yes, the result doesn't lie, so it is what it is. Congratulations to France. I thought they deserved the win because that's what the scoreline tells us. So that's sport, isn't it? And we move on to the next one. Obviously France played a very good game. Obviously from the start, it wasn't obviously a plan of ours to go 10 points down after 6 minutes, and at one stage we was 22-7 down. So all credit to France, but I must say I think it shows the character of and the fitness of the Irish side and the spirit that we had to be in with a chance of winning the game there at the end.
Okay, Michael, sur Teams.
Out there, what do you think you learned about your team from that performance?
Well, I already knew that we had character. I already knew that the squad was unbelievably fit, and the strength of mental strength was something that we expect of ourselves. And maybe any type of side that comes here to Paris and gets to a point 22-7 down. We've seen the French many a times that will take advantage of that and tip a team over the edge. That wasn't going to be the case with us, so I think our mental strength was fantastic tonight.
That you've ever played in?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Sorry, James, where did that rate in terms of intensity of test matches that you've played in?
Yeah, it was up there. It was definitely another level since last week. We probably made it hard for ourselves at times. Faz mentioned there, we didn't start too well. Gave them a bit of access into the game and made life hard for ourselves. But yeah, very tough game. But I think we showed some grit there in the second half to claw our way back. Yeah, look, we'll take a load to learn from that from a game like that.
I think Aurélie, you can go next.
What was the talk around that? How did you come to the decision to go for the post there?
Just felt like it was the right decision at the time. I think we were imposing our game on them at that period. We felt confident in our attack, and we thought we'd bring the game to 3 points. And I think we backed ourselves to go win the game then, off the back of that.
Yeah. How hard is it to play against that French pack? Because they're obviously big men, and when they get moved forward, they're tough to stop. How tough a battle was it?
Yeah, it was very tough. Yeah, and they're a serious pack, But as I mentioned there, when you give them access into the game through little mistakes, handling errors, and maybe a little bit of indiscipline at times, the whole game becomes much harder. The big thing for us is kind of limiting their entries into the game, which maybe we let ourselves down a bit at times.
And just one for Andy, just on that penalty decision, you're happy for the players to make those decisions when they're, I suppose, in the momentum of the game itself?
It's the right decision. There's no doubt about that. They feel the game. They're in the moment. They understand what's happening. There was plenty of time left. In fact, didn't we have a line out after that to go on when there was a couple of points down because we got the 3 points back. We had a line out and an opportunity to score the try, and we didn't, and that's the game. So I backed them to make those calls.
Thank you.
Hi Andy, Ashlyn here from Off the Ball.
Hi there.
Hi, so there was definitely a lot of learnings from the game and a lot of positives. Joey Carberry had a good start to his first ever Six Nations game, and Jack Carthy as well coming off the bench.
Yeah, no, there are plenty of positives, and look, you can see by James's body language, he's probably sore and a little bit fed up that we have lost, and it's hard to take when you've put such a tough shift in like that, especially with the fight and the character that we had to come back. But I mean, in the end, two good sides going at it. Maybe 22-7 down, people might have thought that it was a step too far, but these lads didn't, so the character shone through, and certainly the fitness shone through, so the competition obviously is slightly in France's favour. 2 home games that they've played, and two victories for them, but the competition's only just getting going, so we'll lick our wounds and learn from what was a fighting, spirited performance, but at the same time we'll be honest with each other and make sure that we learn the lessons on a few decisions that we made along the way.
And just on the French, were you surprised at all at how good they were? We obviously talked a lot about them and how strong they are as a team, but did anything surprise you, their pace and power in which they attacked?
No, it's one thing preparing, another thing trying to stop it. But at the same time, like I said to you, I thought we was physical in some of our hits. When we worked out them coming around the corner, especially James and Tig and Andrew Porter. I thought we were physical. I thought we were knocking them back, and I didn't think they were getting the momentum that they got at the start. So that's very pleasing that we fix things on the run. Obviously, we'll have to analyse the legality of the defensive breakdowns from the French side. But all credit to them, they were very vigorous in that department, and we've got to make sure that we clean certainly our wide ruck up a little bit more, so we can get some more fluidity into the game.
That's great, Andy. Thank you.
Andy, just might ask about injuries. Can you give me a squad update from after match?
Yeah, there's a few bruised bodies in there, so we're still going through all that. Obviously, there's a few HIAs, but we're still going through the protocols as far as that's concerned. But I thought again, he shows the character of the side and how they adapt when things are not quite going as planned.
On va prendre une question en salle.
Hi guys, question for Andy. What have you thought about the performance of Joe Carberry tonight?
I thought he was excellent. He obviously everyone was curious to see how Joey would go in his first start, but it didn't surprise us. He was very confident and very assured in his performance, and it's only what we've seen over the last couple of weeks in training anyway. He was himself. He obviously kicked beautifully for goal, and I thought he controlled the game pretty well for us.
On va prendre une autre question en Teams. Murray Kinsella. Murray.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was going to ask you about Joey. How did you feel about the development of the squad without Johnny? Obviously, he's the captain and leader, Andy, but you probably saw other guys taking on more responsibility this week.
Yeah, no, it's a great opportunity for us to grow. It's a great opportunity for James to grow as captain and be put in the heat of the battle. I mean, you don't get better test matches than those. So we're only going to learn and get better from that. Yeah, I thought Joey was excellent, and he was excellent because all the guys around him were pretty reassured as well.
On va prendre une question en salle, s'il y en a.
One more question from the room.
S'il n'y a pas de questions.
No more questions.
Aurélie, you can go.
James, just on the intensity, could you just describe what it was like? Watching up here from the press box, it really looked like a high intensity game, more so than others.
Yeah, very intense. It was nothing we didn't expect coming to Stade de France. It's always going to be very, very tough game. But I think hopefully we showed that we were well able to live with that intensity. Faz said we went 22-7 down, and I think we showed great spirit to claw our way back into the game. But yeah, look, it was a very intense game, we'll take loads from it.
And for you, obviously, it's not the result that you wanted, but a proud moment captaining Ireland.
Yeah, absolutely, very, very proud moment for me to captain the lads. So a big honour. Look, it was made very easy for me the last few days. Johnny was in camp, and he was here, offering advice, and guys like Pete and Ian Henderson and Gary, guys around me, made my job very easy.
Thanks, James.
Est-ce qu'on a une autre question en Teams?
Do we have one more question from
Est-ce qu'on a
Teams?
une autre question en salle?
Or from the auditorium?
Si ce n'est pas le cas.
Hey guys, Andy, just one from me then, from back here in Ireland. Andrew Porter, I just kind of wanted to talk about himself and Tadhg Furlong, because they didn't have it all their own way at the scrum, but I thought both of them were just incredible for that 73 minutes that are out on the pitch. It didn't go their own way, but just the fight that the two of them showed, I thought was pretty impressive. What did you think about those guys?
I think those guys typified the team spirit, really. When you're playing a top level test match like that, obviously is, especially over here in Paris. It's always going to test you in every single asset, and of course we're always going to be tested in the scrum there. And there's one or two things that didn't go our way, but the way that we fought back and made sense of it all and didn't get overawed by it and got back on track and was testament not just to the front row, to the whole pack, and that flew over in, and that spilled over into how the team actually performed as well in other aspects of the game.